What's going on, guys? It's Expert Jesse. Today we're going to be doing my trade recap. Today's September 7th, and nothing really to write home about. Pretty much break even or just above break even on the P&L. And honestly, it was yesterday was a really well executed day. Today was not the same way. And this trade recap's just as beneficial to me as I hope it is to you guys, and hopefully we can learn something together. So today I started the day out, and we had a pretty big move overnight, especially down here at the 8 o'clock. I'm pretty sure I covered that in the recap. Was just expecting a red day no matter what, and the buys kind of hurt me today. So started out the day and covered some imbalances, marked out this order block here, and then I did imbalances. We had an imbalance here, and I feel like I had another one, maybe a little higher somewhere. Oh, we had a 1 hour imbalance. That's right. So we had a 1 hour imbalance that was covered on lower time frames, but still something to kind of keep an eye on throughout the day. And then ultimately we have this huge order block up here. Pretty big order block. I'd like to be more refined than that, but so you could go up to here and call that the order block. But and this was an imbalanced on order block. So today I had the short bias bug. I've been avoiding it for a long time. I've been a perma bull, and it came to bite me today when I chose to turn my back on the bulls, I guess. So started the day 10 o'clock. I called out that I was entering short on ES. Everything was green, so when I don't have full time frame continuity, I don't always enter with the full position. So instead of a full 1R, I'll enter with, if my risk is 1% on a funded account, then I'll enter with a 0.5% risk, and essentially that just leaves me room to average down. So that's what I did this morning on both trades. The first trade ended up going short at 39.14, so pretty much got caught almost. I saw some heavy momentum, was expecting a break of VWAP, and then ultimately was hoping to target today's lows all the way down here. So a 1 to 3.5 risk reward. Even if it did lose, which this one didn't, I would be happy with that because the risk reward's there. So if it's a 1 to 3 risk reward, I only need to win 1 in 3 trades to end up break even. So I was happy taking that trade. 2-1-2 down. Ended up being a failed 2 down, and I averaged up somewhere in here, and got an average at 39.1875. So that's where, or 39, yes, 1875. So actually a little higher than this. 39.1875. So this trade ended up going for 0.75, so 75% profit. I only captured about 50% of it, and then got stopped out at break even. And I did take down the DCAs in profit, few points in profit, back down to a normal size. It just got me a little uncomfortable holding a little more than I was willing to be in initially. I don't think this one I actually entered with a half size. I'm pretty sure I entered full and averaged down. So a little over leveraged, but ended up salvaging that one. And like I said, I was still pretty confident in the trade. So this one actually ended up going all the way down to 94. Let's see. And then it broke above. So this is an imbalance I marked out on the 15-minute chart. So from yesterday's session, we never filled this imbalance. And I'm still, it's pretty cool to see when an imbalance gets respected, or an order block. These things that I had charted a long time before price even came in these boxes, and then have it get respected is still even pretty cool, even when I'm doing it, pretty seasoned into it. So the imbalance was respected, but ended up getting taken out here. I ended up going short here at let me see when I alerted 11:49. I ended up going short, so somewhere probably in this area there. and 39, 43. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. 44 was when I alerted that one. So back, yeah, back where I changed it there. That one was 39.27 and some change. Now I was going short again. We waked up, hit my order block 212 down. Two systems confluence. I went short. Now I wasn't oblivious to seeing pretty much everything was still green except for the week and the month. So I did go in half size, and I said that in my notes shortly after. Ended up taking an average down at so I had a stop loss on that of 6 points, and said that I was pretty much treating that stop loss as an average down area. It's still inside the order block, it's not above, and so I didn't want to get stopped out for it to just go up a little bit higher and then break down below. So I went half size, average down there, got an average at 39.33, and it ended up hitting my, well, let me see. Just reading my thing there. So I actually moved my stop loss a little bit higher, covered this imbalance at 39.45.75, and ended up hitting my stop loss. So this one was a little bit tough to swallow, and main reason being it did end up later on. We'll get back to that, but ended up going back to break even, and I could have gotten out without a loss. But I didn't know that going on. It very well could have just gone shot straight up. So I got out, hit my stop loss. It looked stronger than it was. Again, the imbalance was respected. Should have held, didn't. But it's the way of life. And I know for future reasons to hold my stop loss a little longer. It was a whole 2 points above where I said I was going to get out, and just was uncomfortable holding. Ended up cutting for 100% loss there. Fast forward here, caught the 212 up a little early on the 5 minute. What I was seeing was on the 15 minute. Obviously, we're going straight up. I've realized we were talking in chat about this 212 up. I missed that. There's been multiple 2-1 setups on the 15 minute. I've just been blinded by the bears to go short, and ended up missing all of it. So I'm like, well, let's see what happens if I go long. Really tight stop loss. I think it was, let me see, it was 6 points, 7 points. So it was this low here, and ended up going 4 points in profit, stopping me out at break even, and captured 50% there. So overall, futures were a break even day. Now SPY was just the same. Pretty much I trade SPY off the ES chart, and so they just run very similarly, obviously. So the S&P 500 and the ETF of it's going to run very similarly. So that is the ES. Today I had Netflix. Actually, I already have a window for it. So Netflix this one didn't get sent out for some reason. Was pretty upset about that. Called it out 2:50, or 10:09 at 2:45. Pretty much this break 3-1-2 down. I ended up capturing about 15%. I'm not including it in the recap. I'm going to include like the numbers, but it's going to be a break-even trade, so it's not going to count towards the wins or the loss or percentage gain or anything like that. But for some reason, this just wasn't sent. I did get everything fixed, so it shouldn't happen again. But that was one trade, and then the others were just ES. I entered in. I managed MU today. I got 0.52% for a 24% gainer. That was early on. That was, let's see, down here. MU's frustrating one. I was almost all the way down. We hit $54. That would have put my debit spread all the way in the money, and now we are all the way out of the money. So captured some profit there. I'm still confident in the play. Got until next week on it, and it's a failed 2 up. Obviously, JPOW is going to speak tomorrow and rock the markets a little bit. Now, we have a couple tickers to look at, and that's pretty much the end of today's recap. Overall, I was just blinded, looking short the whole day. Frustrating, missed a lot of money on the upside. But, that's just comes with, it just proves we're human. Um, had a great day yesterday, discipline-wise. Had a, break-even day today. So that's the big takeaway I'll take from it is, if today's a really bad day and I ended up break-even, it's a win in my book. So um, we'll go on to some tickers. I did enter in a Disney swing. It's not my play, so I did not alert it. One of my good buddies, Paper Profit, he alerted it, so give him all the credit. But I did enter it on my own. And we're gonna mark up on this chart and see the price targets. But it's a October monthly debit spread for on the call side, 125, 135 spread. A lot of I think I got in at 75 cents, and its upside is something like $900. Um, so I already am in Disney, but we got a couple questions about some tickers here. So we're going to go through on my multi-time frame analysis chart and go through them. So first one's Tesla. So this is what my swing window looks like for trading view. So I'm literally just up top chart's 15-minute. Bottom chart is hour, day, week, month. So I just want to know what's going on all those time frames. 15-minute is generally going to be, if I can help it, my entry, and the hour, day, week, month are what I want to see for confluence, right? So for Tesla, if I'm looking left, and generally I'm going to be looking at the daily chart, I see we're coming up to weekly resistance at the 288. Now our next resistance is as we're coming to it right now, and it's going to be at that level 282.5. You did get triggered at a 2-2 reversal back into confluence. We've been green pretty much since this flip at 272 on the day or on the week, and we've been green since the bottom of that open on the month. So we've been green on the month for a pretty long time. Where is that? 272, and the week was pretty much the same right here. So you have full time frame continuity to go long. Now the trick part is that you got to see the overall trend, right? Not just the what candle we're on right now. So we're clearly in a downtrend. We need to make a higher low on the month, but that's going to take a while. And we're somewhat forming a higher. We might have just formed a higher or a lower high on the week. So Tesla's one of those that as a perma bull, I want to be long on it for a long time. It's in my long-term portfolio. I want it to go up, but you can't just ignore that the S&P 500 is still in a downtrend and just broke under the 61.8 retracement. So we're not looking like we're very strong. So Tesla's one of those that technically, if I'm playing just the chart, we're looking long. Swing, you could go long. For me, I'd like to see it break this 289 level first. I'd like for it to make a new weekly high and make this either I don't know if we'll have it in us in the next 2 days, but make this go up and break the 289 level. and that would make either a failed 2 down, which is what we currently have, or a 3 bar and with bullish sentiment. So overall, Tesla is one of those that looks bullish to me, but I'm not too comfortable swinging it until we get a little better of a signal. We do have, like I said, we're actually coming up live at this 282.5 level to test that, and to the upside we have pretty small imbalance here. Looking at this daily chart in the bottom, we have an imbalance. Let me get my rectangle out from this to this, and that's going to be something to watch out for. So even if you do break over 289, that imbalance to go short from 292 to 289 is nothing to ignore. You know, if you watched my video yesterday where I explained why I think that, why I use imbalances and my working theory behind them, I'm seeing that there's a resting order right here that didn't get filled when we just flushed straight through it. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. You can even refine it a little bit. So we did come back up, and really that's all that's left of the imbalance. If you look right here on my chart, and so we gapped up there a little bit, but that's pre-market. So I'll take it back to where it was, but it's something to watch if price doesn't get respected until this level here. So I'll actually mark out a little horizontal line in there, make that green, and well, make that text green, I guess. Make the line green, and that's really where the order block, or sorry, the imbalance starts. So Tesla, like I said, looking good. Looking bullish. A lot of stuff to the upside to hurdle over, especially with fundamental stuff coming up with retail sales and CPI and all that stuff next week. So another one was Apple. I was just watching the Apple live event. Apple's been the one that's kind of holding down the market. Somehow it's lagging. The market's going up and Apple's not. So Apple's clearly in a downtrend. Nothing more for me to say there. I mean, doesn't look too good to go long yet. I added some Apple to my long-term portfolio yesterday, just at this 155 area. You know, where does it end up? I mean, you've got room all the way down to 130 if we don't start curling on the month. I'd like to see a higher low be formed here, so let's draw a little fib here, fib action. And 147.5 is really the value zone for Apple for me. Yeah, nothing really to say. Apple is one of those that will either carry the market on its back or lag. Very rarely do I see it lag, so it was surprising to me that it's just not moving today. And really, nothing through that event has really triggered any move either. So Apple still in a downtrend. Really, you're waiting for the weekly highs to be broken before you can start going long on a swing. You know, 163.5, 163. That's the area to watch for me, the 163 area. So I'm just not comfortable swinging Apple yet. Grab some shares of it. Obviously I love the company. But in terms of, you know, trying to make some money on Apple right now, just not looking feasible to the upside for me for the near future. Lastly, let's look at Disney. Disney, like I said, I added to today at this 108 area. I added long term to it, 110 yesterday, I think. I just did some dollar cost averaging. I just throw money into certain stocks every couple weeks or every week and let my average go up or down because it's going long term. So just keeps it a little bit less taxing psychologically. I just enter money in and let it average out over time. Now, like I said, had some confluence with a good buddy of mine, Paper Profit. He entered in Disney. I actually was staring Disney down, about to alert it, and he alerted it. And so I chose not to alert it, just so, you know, nobody thinks I took his play or whatever, which ultimately doesn't matter. But Disney is one of those it's one of the ones that look bullish in the bearish market right now. Kind of stair-stepping down, had really good earnings. Back in August, shot up a good amount. Let's see. Shot up from here to ended up going 13% on a run. And now it's just retracing. The big trigger for me was the daily 2-2 reversal back into full time frame continuity. We have the week, month, and quarter all are green. Inside month so far, and a failed 2 down on the week, and a 2-2 reversal on the day. If you're using the strat, your targets are going to be as follows. You're going to go here, 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 and kind of just stair step all the way up. So ultimately, the ones I got and the ones he alerted are the 125, 135 call debit spread. I got in for 75 cents, and the upside's 900, and well, it's the difference between the strikes and my debit. So $1,000 minus my $75 debit, and that's my upside. And really, my stop loss, it's pretty similar. It's around this 180, or sorry, 108 level candle close. If we go under that, we're going further down. This is more of a longer term play, just playing it has about a month and a half until expiration, and just waiting to see if it retraces and recovers from all time highs. So that's the daily recap, and a couple tickers that I'm watching pretty closely, and a couple that was requested. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, as always, shoot me a DM on Twitter or on Discord. Links are in the bio. And yeah, see you guys later.